New at 6, we're looking deeper at growth in Grimes. Some residents tell KCCI Investigates they worry Grimes will lose its small town vibe. KCCI Chief Investigative Reporter Suzanne Bakey looked at what's happening in this northwest Des Moines suburb.
Ben, a lot happened in Grimes in the last 15 years. The latest plan, a new public administration building in the city's oldest and biggest park. The city council approved that last week. The city of Grimes bustles with growth.
We've just really tried to focus on growing the right direction at the right pace and the right manner with the right types of uses.
In the last 15 years, Grimes more than doubled in people. That number's expected to be 17,000 plus in 2025, according to the U.S. Census. And that's a challenge for city leaders.
There's a lot of comments about losing the small town feel and what that is. And I think we've tried to change that conversation into community feel, because I think that's what most folks are talking about when they talk about their small town.
In the last few years, Grimes opened a new library, a splash pad, a recreation and wellness center, and a new public safety building earlier in December. Last week, the council approved a new 18,000 square foot public administration building to open in 2027. The location in Waterworks Park riled up some residents and what it means about their city.
I understand a growing community, 100%, I understand it. But the growth should be with consideration of the residents.
Resident Joe Herman says 2 of his children use the park, the largest in the city. It's a few blocks from his house.
People like this care. This affects them. It affects their, like I said, their kids, their grandchildren.
The reason for a new administration building is the city's office situation is lacking.
The current city hall at 101 Northeast Harvey is in the way of the Highway 44 widening project in the future, so it'll have to be removed and demolished.
The Iowa Department of Transportation does have a project for the east-west Iowa Highway 44.
The facility to my right here is a former school building. Portions of the building are approaching 100 years old, but in more recent years we have started to experience some pretty significant failures in the core mechanical systems, electrical systems, plumbing system.
25-year resident Brian Hansen understands Grimes is growing and the city staff needs space. He lives next to Waterworks Park. He and other neighbors near the park worry about a decline in their property values and the loss of green space. He thinks there are other places to put the administration building.
We want to stay living here. We've been here a long time. We enjoy the park. As you see, there's ball fields back here. They're old, but the kids love them. Alex Faltzgraff tells KCCI Investigates there were 4 or 5 other locations considered. Waterworks Park is centrally located and already home to different services like the splash pad. It was cheaper to build on city-owned property. The cost to renovate current offices was $10 million. The cost to build the new building is $8.5 million.